Hi. So the challenge this month, was to write a poem in one of any number of forms. I usually am not really into forms. I don't like to be tied down to different structures. I like to have my own internal structures that to follow my thoughts and my train of thought. But to be a good sport, I took a form, and in this case, this is a Fibonacci sequence poem. It's 13 lines, and the Fibonacci sequence is each line is the sequel. Oh my goodness, the syllables in each line are equal to the sum of the two previous lines. So you have zero, plus one in the first line. It means the second line has one, and then lines 1 and 2 add up to two syllables in the third line, and so forth. So you have one, 2, 3, 5, and so forth. So this is kind of personal. One of the more personal poems that I've written. So you have to bear with that. I don't know. Anyway, it's called Easter Pie. My nice neighbor walked over fresh-baked pizza again and chatted briefly on the porch, eyes tearing subtly in wind and shade, emotional, imagining her before speaking of his granddaughter, who's just about my son's age, giddily gushing the good news of what he expects to be her imminent engagement, replete with tiaras, glass slippers, and ball gowns. Whenever my own child visits my mind's maze, he's about 5 or 6, an age when he or I can do no wrong or say nothing that cannot be recorded for posterity on archival media or stone tablets. Learning to yield. In our backyard pool, I held my breath forever underwater, slithering along the liner as he stood on my back, pretending to surf or ride sea monsters. Or else we played robot, he on my feet, leaning back against my belly and holding my bent arms in front like game controllers, commanding our mission through aquatic geographies. The bonds are shaving. The grandfather I knew asking one of my uncles for a shave on his final day, a gentle freshening of his path to grace. Me after my father's stroke, gathering lukewarm water from the hospital sink to draw his whiskers through cream along my fingertips, working the disposable blade in and out of his skin folds, deftly dabbing the occasional nick with styptic, roughing him up a little with a hand towel. Myself in the mirror holding my son in one arm, slathering my face with the other, and tickly digits kneading my foamy cheeks. My wife whimpers in her sleep again, waking me from my own dreams, wondering if she also was trying to cram for a class she never took 40 years ago, or cowered behind a supermarket counter while bullets strafed the roof and walls converged, sucking oxygen from the room, or flew over an old paper route trying to remember which houses received Sunday delivery. But obviously not, because we all inhabit buried dungeons, and she has plenty of conscious memories she may never feel comfortable sharing, so I accept the responsibility of guarding her body, while hopelessly guessing the language of her vocalizations, like when our dreaming puppies gallop and we assume they are chasing cars or scampering with bunnies over fields of dandelions and wildflowers when they could just as well be fleeing animal control after sinking their canines into our throbbing throats. So there's a Fibonacci poem, 13 lines, increasing in syllables proportionately. There you go.